On the opening day, it's 18-6 in terms of the overall series. China with a big advantage, but 1-1 in their meetings in the Olympics. But this is Rio 2016, a new chapter's waiting to be written with those famous 5 rings at either side, either end of the court. And it's the Netherlands who will start the second semi-final.
Perfect start.
Take that, absolutely. Backcourt pipe, thank you.
Well, it's always more difficult to win a point from service than it is from side out. And considering the Netherlands were starting this game off with service, Bausch it was put the ball in. They put the ball into transition. They have the first point. Bausch gets to serve again. Now, Bausch is one of the 5 players from the Netherlands in the top 10 for serving for the Netherlands. So this game really will depend on how well both sides can deal with what's coming from the serving line. That's a really good side act from China to get themselves on the scoreboard.
So China have serve. Zhu Yunli, middle blocker. Oh, top scorer in the tournament, and her first spike disappears. Cross court. Thank you very much. First point, and that
Bellien's got 6 ace serves in the tournament. She's not a confident server. In other words, if she doesn't get that one in, she's not going to affect the way she carries on. And straight away, the Netherlands banks back with side out. China also have 3 players in the top 10 with serving. Hui Ruoqi has 7 aces, Zhu Ting has 5, and so does Yan Ni. So both sides are able to deliver from that serving line. And it's interesting the way the 2 teams have lined up. So coach Jenny Lang Ping has gone to the same 6 lineup in terms of how they played in their opening match when they lost the first set. In other words, we've got Zhu Ting is up against Sluchis at the moment at the net. So it's a very interesting battle. Sluchis trying to shut down Zhu Ting. Ziegler is going to have to do that for a little bit now. But we'll just see how that, what kind of advantage that China will have now.
Sluchis continuing serving. Not the best there receiving by Zhu Ting. Peterson. Oh, it's in.
And that is a really good switch.
Peterson serves. Gainly receive, and then over the net from De Cruyff. Wonderful block. Top blocker in the tournament, and you can see why.
This is what the Netherlands do well. Up across the net, taking away the space. Very good serving at the moment from the Netherlands as well. They're going after Zhu Ting. As good as a blocker and attacker she is, she's not as good with her pass.
Continue. Tallest middle blocker on the court, and that's swept away. Just 19 years old, one of the great rising stars of the Chinese game. From the backcourt, she arrives in style. Take another point, 8-4.
It was a decent serve from China because it stopped the Netherlands being able to run their quick attack. So they had advantage right until the moment Sluchis hit the ball, and then that quickly disappeared.
De Cruyff, oh, ace! Absolutely magnificent.
Brilliant, right between the 2 passes on the same shoulder line, and you can see as that ball goes between them, they go to it, and then it's instinctive to want to flash away from the ball. Very good serve.
Off the block. This is a cracking start, isn't it? 10-4 into double figures.
Well, one thing that the Netherlands don't want to do, though, is over-celebrate, start getting over-revved with what they're doing. They're playing great, the game plan's working, stick to it, stay calm, keep your eyes off the scoreboard, 1 play at a time.
Unlike Brazil in the quarterfinals when China came through. Bausch off the block, take another, 11-4.
That's all down to solid defending, getting the ball into transition, Really nice dig, took all the weight out of it, back up into target one, high to the middle of court, and then a nice stable ball out wide. China ball would have hit the net and gone over, which probably would have resulted in an ace, as it invariably does. It would have been a let, having a let. That's another cracking hit, but all credit as well to what the Netherlands are doing, running the middle. China were pinned. That was a one-on-one situation, and that's a clean swing for Bausch to put that one away cross court. Couple of things, good pass, good running of the quick attacks, and now it's a whole host of changes here for China, and that's a little bit of panic setting in, you feel. Change in setter, so in comes Ding Xia, number 16, and also coming in number 3, Yang Fengzhu as the opposite player. There's been a net touch against the Netherlands, because that was a pretty rotten hit actually from Yang Fengzhu. It's always difficult as well trying to set the lefty in the middle going across the body, and it wasn't a great set, so China though get away with it.
But it's still Netherlands 6 points to the good. And here's the captain. Good serve. This could be advantage China if they can take it. Zhu Ting, measured to perfection. Found the baseline. 7-12.
And then saying to Digma, hey, you've got other options too. It's not just about Slučí's.
China's captain doing a wonderful job. Good serve. And then racking up the points. Or is that still in play? It is. Slučí's has it. And in. Zhu Ting. Didn't go 5, went 1. Bottom left. And the game's been transformed. Over the block. Found in the court. Found the corner. 10-12. 4 points in a row. And still China's captain continues. Off the block. What a run.
Stan Pilon's going to be feeling pretty bad about things at the moment. She was stood way up on that serve receive on a ball that was then pushed deep, so she stood in a position where she actually wants to volley the ball in. She then tried to underhand pass it, and that's caused a whole heap of problems, and then she's compounded that by not making her dig over at 5.
No wonder they celebrate. Huge relief, because from growing confidence, well out in front, 12-6, they're now going to fight for every point again. Zhu Ting, the power there, catching Stan Pilon, the Netherlands libero, ball watching almost, and China 12-13. And if this serves good and puts the Netherlands further under pressure, what a turnaround. She's done it again. Found space, absolutely brilliant. There didn't seem much on there, but she found it, and the scoreline reflects that is a stunning comeback.
Well, it's an off ball. She's off the net 3 metres. She doesn't have the option to hit the ball hard. It's a roll shot, but the Netherlands didn't set up correctly for their defence, and that ball's hit the floor all too tamely. The Netherlands are playing a very high line with their serve-receive unit, which means they need to be volleying that ball in, but they're getting a little bit caught by trying to underhand pass it in. The last play before the one that went out was volleyed in, and they were in control. They've just got to make sure that if they are playing a high line with their serve-receive unit, that they react accordingly and not go back to trying to underhand pass. Chance here then for the Netherlands. Still a little bit tight, not enough height being given on the ball to allow Digma to get the sets that she wants, and when she does, that's the result. Slučí's able to put it away. And just like that, the Netherlands are back in control. Well, that's all off a decent ball in transition, nice and high. Everyone's got time to get in position to swing. That puts pressure on. Chinese blocks late to get there. Slučí gets the point.
Good set as well, surely. That absolutely enabled her to have a proper swing, and that's not a good serve. It was close to the top of the net. Service error.
It's number 2 in a row for Bellian. In fact, we mentioned the fact at the top of it, she missed her opener. She's come back around again, missed it for the second time.
Good recovery by de Graaf, and then Peterson goes long, and it's not off the block despite celebrations by the Netherlands. It's 15-all again.
She went a little bit too early, was relying on her hang time, didn't get a good swing on the ball as she tried to cut it back to the line. That's much better from the Netherlands. And you saw the contrasting swings, actually. You saw Zhuting going off the block, but it was pretty much in her rhythm. The block were able to slow the ball down. Then Slucci is coming back, a little bit of hang time, then really whipping the arm through very quickly before the block could get settled to get that ball off of Zhuting's hands and out of play.
Slucci's now serves, going deep. Zhuting going cross court. And she's again scored, again punished the Netherlands defence, and now comes the serve.
Brilliant swing in the seam of the block, finding the gap between Diekma and the middle blocker. Nothing the Netherlands could do about that.
Reverse set. Oh,
well, that's Peterson's ball.
Communication. We've heard coaches say 3 words: call a name. And China now lead for the first time in this set.
Slucci's needed to be getting out of the way there, but there will be a specific system the Netherlands have for covering that ball, and they've just fallen foul of it. Slightly faster ball behind on that slide attack, and that again meant that
just seems like something slightly hesitant about the way the Netherlands are playing. They started so well. Is this going to be finished? From the back court. You can't afford to miss those, surely. Peterson off the block, comes back. Those are the balls, surely you've got to take those, you've got to bury those.
Well, the referee's saying the ball just went into the net, in fact didn't touch the blocks, called for 4 touches because it was then recycled. Interestingly, it wasn't challenged, which was an area where it's been proven that actually 9 times out of 10 the ball like that actually does catch some hands. Well worth a challenge. But that's a wasted opportunity. The Netherlands got themselves an overpass, couldn't deal with it. Now it's a double touch given against Diekma in the set because she was off balance trying to get the ball out of the net. And China, having been behind, then went in front, then will peg back again at 17-all, find themselves in the driving set at the business end of this first set now.
Netherlands are struggling. That doesn't seem the flow, doesn't seem the rhythm. China have been here before, that won't help them. But the confidence they must have gained surely from beating Brazil and coming from behind to beat the host nation in such a cauldron at the Maracanã with such huge booming home support. De Graaf. Clever again by Zhuting, but de Graaf keeps the ball in play. Credit to the Netherlands, back 19-all. They've rescued it for the moment.
Well, this is in part because they weren't buying the quick attack. They were tripling up on the backcourt pipe. That forced the tip. Good pickup, good recovery. And now it's the Netherlands with the serve. And de Graaf with the ball.
Oh. Service error after service error.
At the moment, it just looks like both these teams are revving too high. They just need to relax and take more time. Say in volleyball that height equals time, so a little bit more height on that pass in, give themselves time to get in and get ready, and then go after the ball. Everything's just speeding up and speeding up and speeding up, and it doesn't need to.
$20-all. The Netherlands hang in there. Diekma. Zhu Yunli, and that's a wonderful spike. She's been quiet so far, but she has such presence at the net. It's powerful. She's had problems with that arm. You can see it's been strapped up. In the match against Brazil, she was off for a set and a bit, looking as if she was never going to come back. But she did return, and she's been potent already. Oh, yes. You could see that unfolding, couldn't you? China in control there.
There's another good swing from Zhu Ting over the top of the block. And when you're going to hit the ball that high, that means you have to defend.
Whose serving caused them such problems earlier in this set and transformed them. Suchi's. And now Zhu Ting. Close to the net. Can she finish? They claim it's off the block. And they've gone for the challenge. Obvious, natural, it's at the sharp end. They haven't had a challenge so far. So was there a touch?
Well, the immediate reaction from China was that they're never going to admit to it. It doesn't look like it's touched anybody.
You can understand why they've admitted to nothing there, because that's way over, surely. But maybe Hawkeye have a different angle. But as they look up to the big screens over the court, which is where the verdict will be delivered, it's decisively towards China. And the score stays the same. They have serve, and they're 2 points away from closing out this first set.
Well, too many errors from Slucci, so Celeste Plack's come in as an opposite player. In part because Peterson's normally the opposite player for the Netherlands, playing as an outside hitter. You just to see if Hui Ruoqi goes after her or tries to get it somewhere where it's difficult.
Plack off the block, straight into the action. And then Zhu Ting off the block. They have set point. And the Netherlands are reeling at the moment. And yet again, it's the continued, consistent, calm serving of the captain. Her second spell of serving on the rotation. And look where it's got China. 4 set points. This has got to go over. Yes, 1 set point saved. Quick and to the point.
Scoot comes off. She's been in for passing and defending. Peterson back in because she's into the front row. But it's back to the wall time now for the Netherlands.
This serve has got to be mighty. All the pressure. It's got to be transferred by Baus to China, because the Netherlands are facing the first set defeat. Zhu Ting. To think, to worry, to fret, to plan. This needs to work. It's in play. And then off the block. They've regained another point. They're right behind China.
Well, the timeout hasn't worked for China. There has been a study done recently that says the effectiveness of timeouts in relation to trying to make serves go wrong, and it actually doesn't make any difference over the course of seasons, but over the course of a match it might do. And look at that, it's an ace
What
serve.
a time to produce an ace. Absolutely outstanding. China couldn't believe that, and dare I say it, possibly Ambaus couldn't believe it either.
It's her 6th ace of this tournament, and now it's a 2-point game. First to get 2 clear will take the set.
She's seen plenty in her time, Jenny Langping, and she's gone for the challenge. Let's do something.
And it's her last challenge. She's unsuccessful. She'll have no more.
The worst being, if she is successful, they've got the first set and it's all gone. Here's the answer. She's unsuccessful. That was in. Well, Ambaus has been outstanding. Nerves, grace under pressure. Now can she build on it? Zhu Ting unloads. Still in play. And again, the go-to. But again, good defence. And then from the back court. Well, they're claiming it's in, but that did look out. And the line judge set out. And China have another set point. The buzzer sounds.
It could well be a challenge here for block touch.
You thought he had to do something, didn't he? He's had both his timeouts already. That again seemed to go straight through with no touch at all.
I think he'd been better off looking for ball in out than block touch. If it's unsuccessful, it's China serving set point up, which it is unsuccessful.
Now, this is an interesting change.
So Liu Xiaotong's coming in.
She was the star of China's turnaround against Brazil. And Balkenstein has come on, the captain. Key moment for her to make her first appearance.
Server versus passer.
Liu with the serve. It's in. Peterson, it's in. They've rescued another set point. 25 all.
There's no cap. We'll just keep on going until somebody gets too clear.
Free pass here now. Can they finish? Xu Ting goes for it. Oh yes, cross court. Beats the block. Inside the side of the court, the sideline, and China again have set point. Suchi's. Xu Ting has landed it, and China have the first set. 27-25. It's a rare show of emotion from China's big scorer, but that is the significance of the occasion, and they've come through on their sixth set point. The changes made by Jenny Lang Ping had the effect, and at one stage with the Netherlands running away with it, 12-6.